Charles Duhigg's The Power of Habit explores the science of habit formation in our lives, companies, and societies. The book breaks down how habits work, how they can be changed, and how they influence everything from personal success to corporate productivity. Key concepts and themes. The habit loop. A trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and which habit to use. Routine, the physical, emotional, or mental action you take after the cue. Reward, the benefit you gain from completing the routine, which helps your brain decide if this loop is worth remembering for the future. Keystone habits. Keystone habits are habits that, once changed, can trigger a chain reaction and cause other habits to change as well. The craving brain. Habits create powerful neurological cravings. Understanding these cravings is crucial for habit change. The golden rule of habit change. To change a habit, you keep the same cue and reward but change the routine. The power of belief. A belief in the possibility of change is a critical component of habit transformation. Small wins. Small, incremental changes can lead to significant transformations over time. Detailed chapter summaries. Part 1. The Habits of Individuals. Chapter 1. The Habit Loop, How Habits Work. This chapter introduces the story of Eugene Pauly, who lost his memory but could still perform complex tasks due to habits. It explains the habit loop and how habits are formed and stored in the brain. The basal ganglia, a part of the brain involved in habit formation, plays a key role in this process. Chapter 2. The Craving Brain, How to Create New Habits. Duhigg uses the example of Pepsodent toothpaste's marketing campaign to explain how cravings drive habits. By associating toothpaste with the craving for a clean, tingling sensation, the product became a daily habit for millions. Chapter 3. The Golden Rule of Habit Change, Why Transformation Occurs. The story of football coach Tony Dungy shows how changing routines while keeping the same cues and rewards can transform habits. Dungy focused on simplifying players' routines and creating automatic responses to game situations, leading to significant success. Part 2. The Habits of Successful Organizations. Chapter 4. Keystone Habits, Which Habits Matter Most. Paul O'Neill's transformation of Alcoa by focusing on worker safety demonstrates the power of keystone habits. By prioritizing safety, O'Neill indirectly improved communication efficiency and overall company performance. Chapter 5. Starbucks and the Habit of Success, When Willpower Becomes Automatic. Starbucks employee training programs emphasize willpower as a crucial habit. By training employees to handle stressful situations through predefined routines, Starbucks ensures consistent customer service and employee performance. Chapter 6. The Power of a Crisis, How Leaders Create Habits Through Accident and Design. The chapter examines how organizations can use crises to change habits. The King's Cross fire led to new safety protocols, and Rhode Island Hospital used a crisis to overhaul its procedures and improve patient care. Chapter 7. How Target Knows What You Want Before You Do, When Companies Predict and Manipulate Habits. This chapter explores how companies like Target use data analytics to predict and influence consumer habits. By identifying patterns in customer behavior, Target can tailor its marketing strategies to individual needs. Part 3. The Habits of Societies. Chapter 8. Saddleback Church and the Montgomery Bus Boycott, How Movements Happen. Social habits and peer pressure are critical in driving collective action. The Montgomery bus boycott succeeded due to social networks and a sense of shared identity, while Saddleback Church grew through small group gatherings that reinforced communal habits. Chapter 9. The Neurology of Free Will, Are We Responsible for Our Habits? The final chapter discusses the ethical implications of habits. Using the example of a gambler who committed a crime, Duhigg explores the balance between personal responsibility and the influence of ingrained habits. Practical applications. Identify the habit loop. Recognize the cue, routine, and reward in your habits. Experiment with rewards. Try different rewards to see which cravings are driving your habits. Isolate the cue. Identify the specific cue triggering your habit by noting the time, location, emotional state, other people, and preceding action. Have a plan. Once you understand your habit loop, you can plan to change your routine while keeping the same cue and reward. Conclusion. The power of habit emphasizes that habits are powerful but not unchangeable. By understanding the habit loop and applying the principles of habit change, individuals and organizations can transform their behaviors and achieve significant improvements in their lives and performance. The book provides both scientific insights and practical strategies for habit change, making it a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their habits.